Happy Monday. How you doing? Catching a replay of a basketball game I had saved on DVR that I hadn't got around to watching yet. I was debating if I should do this, or since now there's a growing trend on here where people like to watch people for hours and hours and hours, while the person is watching TV, watching other people for hours and hours and hours. I hear that's a growing trend. Well, then again, there have been a lot of trends on here. They come and they go, fads, you know. Once upon a time, we had a hula hoop and a frisbee, you know what I'm saying? That went away eventually. Uh, I'm laughing. You know, few more things came my way. Hey, I'm curious. Hey, how you guys doing? Unfortunately, I'm not going to give you a whole lot of content this morning. You know, I'm not going to be on here for hours and hours and hours the way you guys are to give you guys content, you know. Yeah, I heard something. I don't know if it's true. I heard you guys still live with your parents. People are so concerned about where I live, but you guys live with your parents, really? I thought you were all grown up. Can't live on your own, pay your own bills. Gotta live with your parents. No girlfriend to move in with, nothing like that. You know, speaking of parents, somebody told me something, and I remember this from a while back. One of my old buddies, I forget if it was Arnold Horshack or the fuck was the other one. Arnold Horshack or Inspector Gadget, that was it. I forget it was one of them, and he was big into live streams too. You know, he had to have his weekly live streams to be on here for at least, 2-3 hours. And he's talking, he's saying this on his live stream. And I remember hearing about it like the following day. And I was like, what kind of a fucking father is this guy to do that to his son? I guess he was, I don't know the specifics, and it's none of my business, but according to what the guy himself said, I guess he's divorced and he's got visitation with the son. And he's on his live stream. And he's saying this to people. Oh, my son just called me a little while ago. He said he misses me. I guess he got visitation, but he hasn't seen his kid in a while. You know, there are things called deadbeat dads. You know, and it goes beyond, some people think a deadbeat dad will, paying child support. There are deadbeat dads that pay child support. They just don't want to be bothered with their fucking children. They don't go and see them. They don't want to. They're too busy wrapped up in their own life. Oh, I pay child support. I'm a good dad. The child needs more than just money. They need parents. I'm divorced from my ex. She's a great mom. We put both our daughters through college. I wonder if this guy's going to put his son through college. I still hesitate when I say this because I can't believe a guy would say this and even say it on a live stream. He called me a little while ago because he said he misses me. He hasn't seen me in a long time. And he wanted me to go pick him up and bring him over here so he could hang out with me for the night. And I told him that Daddy's busy doing a live stream. So if he wants to see Daddy, go on Mommy's computer, go on YouTube, go to my channel, and you can see me on YouTube. What kind of a fucking father would do that to his son? And now you. Another one, living with your fucking parents. In that one room, like, hey, you want me to go sit in that chair? I'm going to go sit in that chair. I'm going to go in the living room, sit on the couch. Left seat. Other chair. One of the 6 chairs in the dining room. There's other places around here I can sit. You know what I mean? I just happen to like it in here. It's more comfortable. You know, it's okay for these guys to stay in the same room all the time, but I do it and suddenly, there's something fishy going on. You guys will do and say anything. Pull anything you can out of your fucking ass. You're not accomplishing anything. Well, this guy, I heard you did the same thing to your fucking kid. You said that you were doing a live stream and your son, you said you're a single parent, and your son walked in the room and started talking to you, and he interrupted you when you got ticked off. You got ticked off at your son because he interrupted you while you were doing a live stream. And you told your son, I'm busy. Can't you see I'm busy on YouTube doing a live stream? And you made him leave the room and leave you alone. Kind of a fucking parent are you. You can say whatever you want about me. Anyone that does that to their own fucking children, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of fucking shit to treat your kids that way. I was debating if I should do this or if I should. I'm on my laptop. That would be different. I have to turn it around. Put the TV on. Just put something on the screen. Maybe you'd want to watch this basketball game with me. Hey, Jabba. Hold on a second. I don't mean to be rude and go, hey, Jabba. I hate to tell you, but I think you're going to get kicked to the curb the way Sanford kicks all his friends to the curb. I think you're going to get kicked to the curb by these guys. Now they're going to give all their attention to me. Unfucking believable, these guys. Exactly, what are you hoping to accomplish? I've heard shit, man, going back. I haven't been on Facebook in ages. But I remember back in the day, I'd see people arguing in a group or a page or something. And somebody would type, I own you. What do you mean you own them? You don't own anybody. Guys like you seem to think that you're more important than you really are. More important than you would ever be. And somehow you have an empowerment, over people that you can destroy their life. Really? How? Well, Java, you don't have to try to destroy his life. He's doing that all by himself. I'd still like to know who that fucking Beavis and Butthead guy is. I've heard some crazy ass shit about him. He mistreats animals, doesn't feed them, leaves them out in the cold, and he lives in a fucking junkyard too, like Java did. Were you planning on destroying my life? Really? How? How do you plan on doing it? Come on, tell me. I don't like surprises. You think you're that fucking important. You really do. You're a fucking attention whore, too. Come on. Said Brian, he bangs his fucking fist. Come on. And something about, that's when I was talking about pets, he says. He's got something, he talks about a kitty all the time. Does he have a cat or a dog? I said, I don't know. So I said about putting money in a kitty for what? And he brags about how people send him things. They send him gifts. Wow. He must really be important. You beg for subs. What do you got, 300 something like me? See, people know me. I don't give a flying fuck about subs. There are things I won't put out on here that I did at one time. I learned the hard way. I've seen people that they put their family and even their kids out on here, and it never goes well. You want to know why? Because there are going to be people that like you and people that don't like you on any internet format venue. And with people like me, they don't give a fuck what you say about me. You now go to plan B. Well, I'll attack his family. I'll insult Billy. I'll insult his daughters. I'll insult his grandsons. And that's how they think they're going to get to me. And some people have tried doing that. It didn't work, but they tried. You know, some of you guys remember from a long time ago, Auntie Bill used to do videos with me. Just goofing around, fucking around and shit. You know, guys can be guys. They babysit on my face, this and that. And I didn't get mad at them. I got mad at myself. I should have never put her in that position. Knowing damn well that, I know it's hard to believe, but some people don't like me. You know what I mean? I got mad at myself, not at them. I should have never put her in that position. I did it once with my daughters and son-in-laws. A couple of years ago before both my grandsons were born. It was that Christmas. Me and Billy were at my, let me think, my oldest daughter's house. And I just kind of had them lined up. I said, okay, come on, wish everyone a Merry Christmas, you know. And Merry Christmas, everyone. And that was one time with my daughters. And I did one with my grandson, Adi, last summer at the Butler Park Zoo. And by the way, that bird flu, man, we have a very nice zoo here. Real nice zoo. The bird flu is going around. One of the seals died. He was a big ham. You know, he used to go right up, could get out of the water, go up, and he, you know, he was a big ham with people. Very friendly. Poor guy died from bird flu, and now they have a bison that's very sick. And one of the elephants is very sick. And they're scrambling to try to figure out what to do to try to save all the animals there, you know. And I think some of you saw us last summer. Well, you know, we went with my daughter, my son-in-law, and I. They took them on a train rides for all the animals. And you saw Billy, my daughter, my son-in-law, my Adi. And even then, I had second thoughts about it. I says, maybe I shouldn't. I think it's still up somewhere along the line. I took a shot. I said, yeah, if someone's going to be that much of an asshole that you want to pick on a kid, you want to pick on a little kid, that says more about you than anything I could ever say about you. You know? Sanford used to do that at one time with his daughter-in-law. He started bringing her into videos on his Sunday on his Sunday night yak sessions. And she sat there. She seemed like a real nice girl. Pretty. She smiled. She had a couple little things. Seemed like she had a nice personality. She caught holy hell because of Sanford bringing her into YouTube. I guess she had a little thing. She liked playing with matches. She liked to fidget. I'd say she was maybe 20, 21 years old, something like that. She wasn't, you know, real young, but she wasn't old. And he'd be talking there. She'd be sitting there. She'd be playing matches. Once in a while, he'd say a little something to her. She'd say something back. And man, people pounced all over her. Called her a pyromaniac. Accusing her of he's going to burn his house down one night. You should throw her out before fire department's there, and she kills everyone in the family. She caught holy hell because of Sanford bringing her onto YouTube. You know. But some people, I guess they need more attention to bring more people into things. To prove to people that people are alive. I know they're alive. It's all that matters. I know Kenny and Dean and George and Gilly and Frank and what. I know they exist. You know. I got 23 tattoos to prove Kenny exists. And my daughters and Auntie Billy have 3 each from him. You know. It's a bit about you got to prove things. Really. You actually told your kid to leave the room because you were busy doing a live stream, to leave you alone, not to bother you. You live with your parents. You think it's so important that you can have the ability and the power to ruin people's lives. You got a pretty high opinion of yourself. You know, very high opinion of yourself. And you have expectations that are going to let you down in the end. You know, I like old sayings. I use them all the time. Having expectations on something is setting yourself up for major disappointment. And if you have any expectations on somehow you're going to insult me, hurt my feelings, ruin my life, you're in for a major disappointment. And that's a fact, Jack. You know? What are you striving for? What do you actually do? See, I'm not trying to get rich and famous on here. I am famous already. The people in my life. I have more than enough money to live on. I pay my own bills. Auntie Billy's money's her money, but she pitches in. She's bought new living room furniture when she decides she wants it, and we do okay. I don't expect anything out of YouTube. Everything I've ever said about Jabba and Sanford, never once had I ever thought I'm doing it because I want to fuck them up. I want to ruin their life. No, it's for fun. But for you guys, it goes much deeper. You have an obsession. An obsession where it's got you to a point to where now you think you have the power, the will, the authority to ruin people's lives. That's a bit strange, to say the least. Some of you guys know me for a long time. Do I really give a flying fuck about subs and views? Do I give a flying fuck about who likes me, who doesn't like me? Do I give a flying fuck about who talks about me, who says shit about me? How important do you really think you guys are? How many people are on this planet? Over 9 billion. Hey, I'm giving you some good content. I'll probably give you 20 minutes today. You can add to other things and, stack them all up so you can sit there for 2 hours and talk, so people can watch me. You got to be careful with that shit. You know that? You know how many people that's backfired? Where by doing what they do like that, you actually bring people to that person's channel. You actually give them subs. They want to find out who I am, so they come and watch. They sub me. Even if they think I'm an asshole, this will sub in my fucking channel, even though I don't give a fuck. I don't want that kids. Come on, man. What's up with that kitty thing? He says, yeah, Brian, ask him about that. You need people to put money in a kitty for what? You don't have your own money? I do. Hey, tax time's coming up. Oh, I love this time. I love this time of the year, tax season coming up. But, you know how many people are on this planet? Like 9 billion. They estimate 370 million in this country alone. In my city here, 120,000. How many people go watch you? What do you get? 15, 20 if you're lucky? I bet there's more people in a Walmart checkout line, waiting to cash out than the people that want to take all the time that you want to take, to go watch you. How important do you really think you are? In the grand scheme of things, you're not. You may think you are, but you're not. Oh, well. Oh, well. I thought that was funny, though. But once again, So now you're the second person that I've heard about that will blow off their own child for the sake of YouTube. Because you're too wrapped up, too busy, too involved in YouTube. You want to spend time with your own child. That's fucking pathetic, dude. That's sad. That's fucking low. I think I'm going to stop putting you way up there at the top of my shit list with the Crypt Keeper, how he used 6 suffering, dying children at St. Jude's, to build a channel to make money for himself. You don't fuck with kids, man. And you especially should not fuck with your own kids. That's sad. No matter what you could ever say about me, you don't hurt my feelings. You never will. Did I just hurt your feelings now? If I did, I hope I did. You deserve to hear that. Kind of a fucking rotten father of you to do something like that. Oh, but please let me know what you plan on doing to ruin my life since you're so important, Like I said, Jabba, don't waste your time. He already ruined his own life. There's nothing you could do any worse to hurt that guy. But I am curious about this, Beavis and Butthead guy. Even Jabba, a lot of people went to go check out Jabba because of me. They told me themselves. They want to find out who this Jabba guy is. He picked up quite a few subs from me. Helped him out. He was begging and pleading for subs too. Like you and other people. You get pissed off when I say that you live for YouTube? It's the most important thing in your life. You get pissed off when I say that? Anyone that pushes their own child aside for the sake of being live on YouTube, like I've said with Sanford, like I've said with Java, now I'll say it with you. Guys like you do all the work for me. You yourself prove every fucking thing I say. Okay? Have a great day, everyone. Have fun and stay safe.